is hidden from me, child. You need to go and reconcile. Been nursing hurt for a while. Emotions in control. You won't have my peace till you do. I tell you a truth. Forgive as I have forgiven you. Yes. Holy Spirit, I hear your voice. Will make the choice and run to be with you. He has forgiven me. Gave me life for all eternity. His love blows my mind. I'll praise him in and out of time. He has forgiven me. Gave me life for all eternity. His love blows my mind. I'll serve him to the end of my time. He has forgiven me. Gave me life for all eternity. His love blows my mind. I'll praise him in and out of time. He has forgiven me. Gave me life for all eternity. His love blows my mind. I'll serve him to the end of my time. Oh, in your throne room, there's grace for you and me. Oh, in your throne room, there's grace. There's abundant grace. He has forgiven me. Gave me life for all eternity. His love blows my mind. I'll praise him in and out of time. Lord, I'll praise him. He has forgiven me. You have forgiven me. His love blows my mind. What you did? I'll serve him what to you the did end of my Calvary. He has forgiven me. Gave me life for all eternity. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Blows my mind. You care for me in and out of time. You're my Father. He has forgiven me. Gave me life for all eternity. His love blows my mind. I'll serve him to the end of my time. He has forgiven me. Gave me life for all eternity. His love blows my mind. I'll praise him in and out of time.
Yes, that was Felece. Felece Whitfield. That was Forgiven. Really nice track. I like that. That's not the one that she's gonna perform. She's gonna perform another one that she's gonna do live for it. But don't go nowhere. We're gonna be right back. This one right here is Nia Simmons. This is called Used to You, and we're gonna come right back live with Felece Whitfield. Don't go nowhere. Keep it locked right here on the 640 Evening Show. Used to You. This is Nia Simmons.
I could get used to you. You make me feel good. I could get used to you. You're so true. I could get used to you. Rising
owners looking for a place to advertise your business and promote your products and services? VoxWave is the right place. We have over 10,000 views a day and 70,000 listeners a month. For more information, contact Reg Gaskins at 240-832-4455.
VoxWave now features a streaming radio media player on our website's front page, where local artists can get their music played 24/7. For more information on getting your music in rotation or to perform live at our studio, contact Reg Gaskins at 240-832-4455.
Android users, the VoxWave app is now available in the Google Play Store. Download the app today on your Android device to listen in and view programs.
We back. We back in the building. That was Nia Simmons. That was I Could Get Used to You. She's going to be a guest up on the show in about. Actually, she's going to be here next week. That's going to be Nia Simmons. She's going to be in here next week. She's going to be we're doing the Valentine's Day show next week, and we would definitely like for you guys to tune in. And if you want to, and once again, like I said, we have Felece Whitfield that she's about to come up right now. Very, very excited to have her here on the show. And if anybody want to call in on to the line that's open, we got the lines open, Ron. It's 240-719-2560. And I'm sorry, Robin, you're right. I didn't, and I know you. And see, one thing about Robin, you're more prompt than Big T. Big T, you see, this seat is just empty. But one thing I can say about you, you always on time, and you're right. I didn't even give you your props this time. I'm sorry. Robin, I know you at the wheels, at control, ready to give us a nice blog for today on the 640 Evening Show. We definitely do appreciate it. Always appreciate your insight. Definitely do. My bad. Sorry, I'm slipping. You know, that's what happens, you know, as we get older, you know, start to lose a couple of things. You know, they say the memory is one of the first things to go. Like I said, hey Ron, let's we back from the music break, and like I said, I want Felece to come up, and we're about to start interviewing her. But see, I kind of want to do this in a succession as though that I don't want her to just come walking through the door like that. We want to kind of, when we come back, we're going to go to a commercial break, and then when we come, actually, or should I do a music break, Ron? One more, I'm going to give you one more song. Then we're going to come back, then we're going to have Felece live up here, right up here on the 640 Evening Show. See, this is what happens when we have live. See, our show is live. Each and every Thursday is always live, and that's what happened. Tracy Big Woods from Poolsville from Big Woods. Tracy, welcome to the 640 Evening Show, my brother. I'm glad you took the time to tune in to us today. First time listener, and hopefully I want you to please come back again. Stay tuned. We got a nice gospel artist that's getting ready to come up here. I think you're gonna really like her. You might want to use her in one of your events. We're gonna talk about that. You know, maybe she's for hire. That's one of the questions I'm asking when she come up here. I'm so excited to get up here. I'm asking, hey Felece, can I give you a hug when you come up here? I ain't seen her in such a long time, man. I got to be professional. I got to stay the course of it. You know what I mean? Hey, we're gonna be right back. This is the 640 Evening Show, and keep it locked right here. And I promise you, I got Felece Whitfield that's coming up. All right. Me.
What's happening, man? It's New Orleans, man. I want y'all to peep out the evening show with my man 640, man. He everywhere, man. Shout outs, man. DMV, man, and we out here. Peace.
Boy, you gotta hit the fast lane, 'cause my body's in a frenzy. Ooh, when you hit me, better say my name. When you say my name, better say my name. What you say my name? No back talk, excuses. Just lay back, let's do this. I'm taking full control. Just better say my name. Better say what's my name? Flex out them streets, boy, but when you hit these sheets, no, tonight I'm gonna keep it trill. I'm just in that boss mode, and you're gonna like how this goes down, down, down. I appreciate the way you hold it down when G's do, so you know I'm gonna treat you right. Just wanna hear you say my name. Ooh, so when you get here, say my name. What you better say my name. Better say my name. What you wanna hear? No back talk, excuses. Just lay back, let's do this. Tonight I'm in full control. Just say my. I'ma give it up 'cause I want to, and I never take it back 'cause I want you. We can do it, chop and screw it like it's new, or take our time, bump the ground like the old school. Let you beat it up in the Cadillac, 'cause with the arch in the back, I can take that. Intermission in the kitchen is a no, but we can grind from the side in the studio. It's a ill thing, we in full swing, no measuring up 'cause it be off the chain. But tonight, just relax, I'm ahead of the game. Let it out, baby, what's my name? Say my name. Say my name. Say my name. What you say my name.
Hey, baby.
Say my name.
What time can you get here? I got something really special for you. But you gotta do something for me. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Better say my.
What's my name?
Say my name. Say my name. Won't you say my name? Say my name. Say my name. Won't you say my name?
Bam. Hey, how you like that? Both of us on the camera at the same time.
Just look at that.
It's been a while.
It has.
Yeah. This is Felece Whitfield, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm very excited to have her on the show today. And like I say, she's a gospel artist, and thank you for joining the show with me today.
Thank you for having me. This is very nice, very, very nice studio, I must say. This is great.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So
Glad to be here.
that's cool. Like I said, I'm so glad that you came up here, and I would try to keep it like professional and everything, but
Well, I'll loosen it up for her.
I got you. And do I just go ahead and break the ice now?
Just go ahead. Yeah.
All right.
So.
Oh well, I'll get it. I'll get into that later.
This is your show. I'm not going to take over.
I appreciate that. But look, I want to talk about the I'm going to talk about the CD. The CD is fantastic. I really do love it. I was listening to a lot of tracks. How long have you been doing the gospel?
Wow, that's a long story. So this project actually was out in 2011, and I have been doing gospel music, I would say, probably seriously 2005. Prior to that, I was doing jazz and R&B and making a living as a vocalist and a musician. I have 2 degrees in music. Shout out to Duke Ellington High School, Performing Arts in Washington, D.C. And I also received my bachelor's degree from Virginia Union University, HBCU in Richmond. So music is in the blood, and it's something that God has given me a gift for. And in 2001, I made a radical move where actually in 1999, where I came out of the music business full time, and that was a spiritual journey, Christian journey. I still love all genres of music, and I just don't do it full time anymore. I'm not in the club or in the jazz band or going over and doing the casino stuff like I used to do. I had my own band, so this project came out in 2011, and I had the opportunity to do some work with some local producers in the DMV area, and also some producers out in Richmond, Virginia, and I'll give them a shout out. But that's like the gist of it.
Oh, okay.
So to speak.
Okay, that's cool. When I'm talking to you, it just seems like I'm looking at myself when I'm speaking to her.
I wonder why.
This is my niece, ladies and gentlemen. This is my
uncle. Everybody.
This is my niece
on my dad's side.
Right. And it's just like, wow. It's just been like,
I'm so proud of you.
I'm so proud. As
of
much as I am of you as well. It's just like crazy how like how back in the day, like when you was in Duke Ellington, and you used to actually come around more. Actually, let me talk about. You remember? We took our first trip to King's Dominion. You remember that? I broke your glasses.
Oh man, that's like 75 or 77.
Don't tell everybody that.
Yes, you remember that? I don't remember that.
Yeah, we went to King's Dominion. That was the first time we went to King's Dominion, and the gates was closed. We couldn't even get in. We out, and I think it was Joanne. They took us there. We went up all the way up there, couldn't get in. That's when they had a limit. You know what I'm saying? And we were just late. I ain't gonna never forget that.
Serious? I don't remember us not getting in. We didn't get in?
No, we didn't get in. We went all the way up. They said the park is closed.
That's like the infamous Chevy Chase vacation movie. Like, he went all the way to Wally World and couldn't get in.
Oh, he couldn't?
But he broke in, though. But we didn't do that. Our family didn't do that.
Right, no. We just, I said, there's no way. I said, but they got a big tower right over there. I know we're going to go in. Man, on them made a right. We barreled off. We was on our way back home. But it's all good. Man. Felece, I'm so proud of you and what you're doing. Because, you always had this voice to sing. Even, like, back in, like you said, when you was at Duke Ellington. And, the Loretta days and stuff like that. Y'all still keep in contact?
No, I haven't seen Loretta in years. I don't know what she's doing. I hope she's well.
Yeah. Any of the folks in Ellington?
I stay in touch with a lot of Ellington alumni. A lot of them now. I mean, everybody takes different paths. So some people are professors now, or educators.
Gotcha.
They're back at Ellington. Some people are, full-time performers and, or artists, visual artists, and, doing their craft. And some people took different paths, and may not be in their profession, in their artistry full-time, like myself. But, the passion is still there. So, they're all on fair. I see a lot of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's good. And about the big segue back to the so we can pick back up on the project. What are some of the tracks on there that you're really excited about, that you're really proud of? And I know the whole thing is really nice.
I mean.
And then you had one of them. You had like some background singers in there.
Well, actually, I did all the background vocals for the actual CD project itself, but for the concert at that time, I did have some sisters from Ellington, Kim Sims and Shirlene Sims and Angela Gray, who were my background vocalists, and they're all, singers in their own right. So whenever I do live, I try to do, the band, the music. I want that realness there. But on the actual CD, it was myself. I did all of the background vocals myself.
So awesome! So, that's you in the front and the back.
Yeah, that's me.
Wow.
Man.
Okay.
That's me. So I did. This was my first time also. Producing. Being the executive producer on it and writing all of the material, except for Holy, Holy Are You, God, and Awesome, were written by two other artists. Sam Kendricks did Holy, Holy Are You God, and I'm sorry, Sam Kendricks did Awesome and Holy, Holy Are You God. Philip Andrew Newman wrote those.
Okay.
And Sam Kendricks actually is a Duke Ellington alumni as well. And Phil, I met at my old church that I used to go to, Bridgeway Community Center in Columbia, Maryland. So, but yeah, I mean, we had, and then shout out to Chris Red, who did the mixing and mastering. He is a phenomenal brother, pianist, brilliant pianist that I met from at Virginia Union University.
Okay.
And he tours the country. I mean, he's just big time. All of these folks that's behind the scenes was just so pivotal in the creation of the CD. So I just think it's amazing just how time, I mean, you would think that this kind of interview would have happened, in 2011 or 2012. Here we are, fast forward to 2019.
Right.
We're still here, thank God for that. And, I'm talking about this CD project, and it's just like, wow. So
we got some more coming up in the works, or you planning, because I know you said you took a hiatus from it, or what?
I am starting to hear some melodies now, so I'm kind of putting them down on my, iPad and kind of doing that.
Okay.
I'm not in the studio quite yet, but once I start hearing melodies and, disciplining myself to sit down and let them come and me actually writing them out, and I'm going to prayerfully do something, for 2020.
Tell me something about something that I was reading about when I went into the bio that I didn't know about. What's about this? The granddaughter of the legendary jazz pianist Clara Bow. Clara Bow. What's that about?
Clara Bow was and is my grandmother on my mother's side, and she was an amazing woman who wrote and played piano and also sang piano. And she was in the era of the Billie Holidays and the Art Tatums and the Thelonious Monk and that type of
Okay.
And her and Billie Holiday were very close, and she used to play for Billie Holiday when her pianist was ill. So I never got a chance to meet Clara Bow, and there's a lot to her story. But she had a very her piano skills was amazing. I did not get that gift, so it's in the blood. So music is in the blood. Right. And she passed very early though. She passed at the age of 40 or 41 or something like that.
Okay. I heard her name in one of Prince songs. He mentioned that. I don't know if that's the same one, because I know he said, just like Clara Bow.
There's another Clara Bow that was an actress. That was like in the silent film era.
Gotcha.
I don't think that's her. I mean, that would be amazing.
I'll be listening. Hey, I'll be listening.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But she was amazing. Beautiful woman, and she could captivate an audience, command an audience at a time where, definitely talking about Black History Month, right? At a time where women could not, women wasn't even looked upon as serious, to be a musician. Okay. So she was.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
We've come a long way. We got a long way to go, but
yeah. Yeah, and it's like in the reversal. Like I was just talking to a coworker of mine about that. About let's save that for another show. With women, how the opportunities and things were there, and women come a long way. It's like when Trump said about the government, all that rat-a-tat-tat that he was talking about. But I think women are really rulers and should have been in the upfront in the beginning, in the beginning of time anyway. But that's for another show. You know what I mean.
Absolutely.
Hey, let's what I want to do, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break before Big T photo bombs our set right here, because he's always late.
Yeah, is that what it is?
He always he's always
I
late.
didn't know what was happening. I was just
But hey T, you want to get some of this? You want to get some of this, T, or should I just call you out like that?
We're gonna go ahead and I'll be there in a second. There's no mic on me right now. Thank you.
That's my other host of the show. That's Big T. I didn't even let T know that because he was like, I know her from somewhere. I've seen her before.
You can see the resemblance.
Tell me the truth. Sitting there, I asked him a direct. He knew I. Hey, everybody, how you doing? Yeah, don't go to the commercial. Here we go right here. 640 tried to pull fast one, didn't tell me the truth. I said, I know him from somewhere. You gonna tell me? Or I look on the Facebook page and I see the last name. I'm like, look at my face.
Right.
I'm at home. So you gonna say something?
Right.
I guess not.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry for being late. I apologize to our guest. 640, I'm sorry.
That's
Had
all right.
to go watch Blowout.
Right, and that's supposed to be the other way around, right? But it was the inverted blowout, huh? That's all good, man.
A Dallas Cowboy blowout.
That's cool. That's cool. Hey,
And the invert was in play.
hey, but like I said, but you caught up. This
My man is
Football. Men in football. Can we have a show about that? Men in football.
he's part of the organization.
My team was gone a long time ago.
What's your team?
Redskins, of course.
Oh, okay.
Redskins.
Yeah.
They've been gone since 1993.
I don't know what's going on. That's that.
Albus,
They go Ron.
I saw a shot, 2-minute shot on Facebook today that they posted up with Riggins running that thing against the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
I saw it, man. I was just,
not bad.
I gotta say, I got choked up looking at that. I was like, damn, I remember that. And I was like, wow.
I can remember that too. Can John Riggins remember that though? All that drinking, John.
Oh, he probably can.
He been drinking. He been drinking.
It's cool.
I'm gonna say what?
Felice,
Meet me out in the back of the.
I'm gonna ask you a question before we go to break.
Yeah.
You said that when you used to do R&B and you did have a band and some of the places some of the places where you that you've been in, because you've been like in the country, out of the country.
Absolutely,
Where have this taken you
Oh
at?
gosh. Let me see. So out of the country, I had a chance to go to Israel and Amsterdam. That was like in the 90s. Performing out there, and that was doing jazz and R&B and pops, at that time. So it was like, ooh, so.
Yeah.
But in the city, I did a lot of the clubs back then. What were the clubs back then? Man.
Really?
Like Tacoma Station and
Okay.
back in the day was TJ Remington's and
Wow.
what was the other clubs back? I did Spirit of Washington. I was a singer with the band back then. Odyssey and oh gosh, what was it? The Jazz Club.
Talking about Black Alley.
Blues Alley, not Blues Alley. I never got to do Blues Alley.
What?
I did not. My agent did not book me for Blues Alley, but it was another one. One Step Down was a nice jazz place.
Okay.
And then a lot of private events. I did a lot of private events, and then some other places I can't even. I sure can't.
You did a lot of weddings.
I did a lot of weddings.
I
did a whole lot of
I saw you on a few.
Oh, of course
I did
you
a lot
did,
of weddings
see.
and bar mitzvahs.
What-
and
what-
I did a lot.
What were they wearing?
Yeah.
White and black. Get over the interview, man.
I had my cocktail dress on, I had my red, I was doing all of that.
I tried to tell him I saw you before, but he didn't want
And other back then, what was it? Like the caucus and stuff, and whenever they had all of the bands on different floors, I would be one of the
Black
singers in the
caucuses?
back with the
Okay,
lounge, and
yeah.
doing stuff like that, and doing a lot of casinos. I did a lot of casinos, all in the USA and Vegas,
Wow.
and Denver Downs, and
You didn't take me with you. You didn't take me. You didn't
No,
take me
that
with
was
you.
back in yeah.
She didn't need a DJ at
I
that
was
point.
the tour,
She didn't need a DJ.
different, and then I had different bands. I would go and work with different bands, and the tour agent was responsible for a lot of the show stuff in the casino world. So yeah, so that was that.
And one more thing, real quick, about moms. Growing up and with all with Clara Bow, from your music inspiration, she used to listen to a lot of music and stuff at the house, and used to.
My mom, talk about my mom, my dear mother, Mom Eudora. I know she's watching. Hi, Mama. Hi, Pop. Hi, family. LA family. Everybody who's watching. Oh yeah, Mom could sing too. My mom throws down. Yeah, she would tell you. My mother is a minister. as associate pastor for Church Victory Christian Center in Victory in Northeast Washington, D.C.
I'm quite sure Tina knows where that is.
She is. Oh yeah, Mom could sing, but she's so shy. She's like, I'm not getting in front of it.
so she can minister to a group of people. But she can't carry a note when it come down to them. But when she go home in the shower, it's like la 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 la.
But she sings in the choir now. Mm-hmm. And but like to put her like on a big stage, she was just like in her early days. And she might do it now though. I don't know. I might have to.
She has more fun with it now.
She has.
I got you. I got you, Mom.
Yeah. But that's that.
So I got a question to ask before we go to a break.
Sure.
You guys come from such a talented family.
Thank you.
Everybody in this family is talented in some way, shape, form, fashion.
Yeah.
I've been around them a lot. You know.
Thank you.
What happened to 640? You just didn't get the talent. I'm just joking. I'm joking, y'all. I'm joking.
Everybody has different talents.
Which one to give me a call? We're gonna need a DJ. No, I was playing. No, it's you guys all sort of talents.
We do.
Not just musical, not just entertainment, all sort of talents.
It is.
You guys have a very talented family.
We do.
Where do you think that comes from? I mean, who did you guys see when you were little, when your parents were sort of in their 30s and 40s, and they were like, that person right there showed me how to, or taught me, we used to watch this person do this and that. Because it's amazing how much talent comes out of one family.
I think that's amazing too. My upbringing, I mean, we were around a lot of music and around a lot of musicians. Mm-hmm. So that it was just, I mean, to hear, it's funny because even though I'm on the show as a gospel artist, I don't coin myself as just a gospel artist. Okay. Now, I love the Lord now. Let's not get it twisted up in here. But
more of an entertainer?
I could do classical music. I love jazz. I love R&B. This project is my heart, though. So I felt like I wanted to, be able to, sing about, my passion for him. But to kind of go back to your question, I mean, I think it definitely comes from God. It's definitely in the DNA of a family. Mm-hmm. And my peoples did not just say, okay, you can only listen to gospel music. I didn't come up. Some people came up from that. Like, don't you put on no, don't you put on no.
This is not that type of house. This ain't no household. We ain't talking about for the love of money.
Yeah,
we ain't talking about for the love of the Lord.
I heard all of that. I heard the jazz. I heard the R&B. I heard the Diana Ross and Michael Jackson. And
thank you very much.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah. And I heard Carole King too. My mom would put on some white artists in a second, and so that really, gave me a nice, well-rounded view of music and culture.
I mean, I've been around a lot of your family members. And I'm just watching them. I mean, I've watched him DJ and move a crowd. Yeah. And when the crowd wasn't moving at all at one time, he figured out how to move the crowd.
Absolutely.
I've seen members of your family sing. I've seen them dance. I've seen them athletes. I've seen all types of things. Yeah. Artists. It's amazing how you cultivate a family from the word go, and the branches keep on bearing fruit.
It keeps bearing fruit.
Bearing fruit. Mm-hmm. And I've always been amazed by that. And I come from a large family too.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it in terms of a large extended family.
Right.
And cousins were doing things, were playing in bands. I'm like, that's amazing. How do you play the bass?
Right.
Stand-up bass at that.
Right.
What is that?
Right.
And then you play a bass like, what is that? You can sing, you can do different things. I just saw a lot.
And painting too, my brother. Visual artist, and
I mean, I've seen you guys' family just do amazing things, and I'm very thankful and very grateful to be around that, because it gives you an opportunity to see something different other than just the basic stuff. We got a lot of friends who have families that do a lot of basic stuff, and there's nothing wrong with basic.
Right, everybody, yeah.
But to see a family just be so diverse in all entertainment value, it's amazing.
Thank you. That's humbling. Thank you so much.
And what we're gonna do next? I'm gonna play another cut from off the album. How about Holy, or
let's do Ordered My Steps. Let's do the title track.
Ordered My Steps. Okay, all right.
Steps.
I'm gonna do Ordered My Steps. All right, I'm gonna drop Ordered My Steps, and then we come back. We're gonna have Felece perform When It's Dark. Excellent. So keep it locked right here on the 640 Evening Show. We're gonna get her set up to the stage.
Thank you,
as I got Big T's in the building, and that's
just
it.
A hologram.
my steps completely. Ordered my steps. He's ordered my steps. His sovereignty reigns. Times of laughter, refreshing like spring. Times of desert, places dry. How long, my king? You are the potter and I'm the clay. Learning how to move out of your way. Yes, I am. Ordered my steps for me. I'm forever grateful. Ordered my steps completely. Astounded. Ordered my steps. Yes. Ordered my steps. His sovereignty reigns. He reigns. Your word is a lamp unto my feet. The entrance of your word gives me light. I stand in awe of all that you've done for me. Only you can turn my ashes into beauty. For a lifetime. Yes. My steps for me. Ordered my steps completely. Changed my life around, Lord. My steps. He's ordered my steps. Guided me through the night. Ordered my steps for me. You knew me before I was born. Ordered my steps. Had a plan for me. I'm astounded. I'm astounded. Yeah, you make every crooked place straight. Yeah, you do. Oh, what a wonder you are.
Sing that to you finally. Said just that like that.
Hey, we back. Like I said, as we promised, what we're about to do right now, T.
Yeah.
We're gonna go right to the stage, and we're gonna bring to the stage Felece Whitfield. She's gonna be doing "When It's Dark" from off the nice album. Okay.
All right.
Give it to us.
Let's go.
All right.
As Barry Gordon would say, all right, let's hear it.
It's for you, Lydia. Surrounded by loss, surrounded by fear, imploded with pain, drowning in my tears. I turn away, I run and hide, can't seem to get on the other side. That's when you speak to me, reassuring me that you're oh so near when it's dark. That's when your love rescues me. Your promises chase after me when it's dark. You comfort those in need. Yeah, yes.
Sometimes I get blinded with pride, distracted by the love of the world. Yet you hear my cries. You care about my realities. And then I'll hear your word. My faith is multiplied. You carry me, Lord, to the other side. That's when you speak to me, reassuring me that there's nothing to fear when it's dark. That's when your arms come and rescue me. Your promises chase after me when it's dark. You comfort those of us in need. You told me there would be trials and sorrows, but be not dismayed, for I am with thee until your end, until your end. That's when you speak to me, Lord, in the midnight of my life, but I can't see what to do or where to turn. That's when your love, you rescue me. Your promises chase after me when it's dark, when it's dark, when it's dark in my life. You comfort those in need. You really comfort those in need. Hallelujah. You comfort those in need.
Hey, what's up,
What's up, man? How you feel, man?
Yeah, you used to spin them little records at the after-school joint.
Yeah. You know, it's not like I was scratching or nothing like that. Just make sure Purple Rain got played for the ladies, that's all. Let me get these batteries.
Purple Rain.
Hey,
Gerard, did you know on the inside was special mushroom? Yes!
Coordinate. Coordinate. You gotta coordinate. Gerard, you gotta coordinate. I've been hearing that your whole life. You gotta coordinate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't know what's going on.
Hey,
we'll talk later.
Felice,
what's up?
Felice, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Thank you.
I really did like that.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and jump on that one right quick. Before
Thank
we
you
go
for
to the
having
next
me
one.
today.
Yes, you on the 640 Evening Show. Who this?
Hey, fam, it's Robin.
Hey, Robin.
Yeah, I've been waiting. Okay, y'all bear with me for a minute because I'm having a moment. Miss Felice.
Yes, ma'am.
It's so weird because earlier today I sent 640 a message saying, is Felice Whitfield related to you? I don't know you. I went on your website and I just saw you and just, you know how sometimes the spirit just speaks to you.
Yes.
And I was like, they're family. They got to be family. So when he did reveal that tonight, I was like, okay, God, I get it because, and I'm going somewhere with this because the last few days I have been going through something, and I'm the writer and blogger for the 640 Evening Show.
Wonderful.
But I have been going through some things, and it's just amazing to me that when you came on tonight, just your words alone spoke a lot. But the three songs that I heard tonight were all in my spirit for the last few days. You know, Forgiven, Order My Steps. This is the stuff I was talking to God about for the last few days.
Wow.
And then when you sang When It's Dark, I was through then.
My God. He's
you
awesome.
Are
He's so real.
Truly vocally anointed.
Thank you so much.
I haven't heard, of course, I have not heard the R&B side of you, but the gospel side of you, it just hit me today. And I have to thank you, first and foremost, and I have to thank 640 for having you on the show because it gave me, it's just certain things that can give a person something to make them say, okay, you on the right path, you doing right, you're going to be okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's what you gave me tonight. So I got it, and I'm trying not to break down because I already did it tonight, but I just thank you. Your voice was just beautifully comforting to me, and for anybody else that was listening, that's going through something, please get her CD because I know I will. I thank you for being on the show.
Oh, Robin, thank you so much. I'm just blown away. I really am. And
yeah, I am too.
I'm glad that the music ministered to you, and so, like you said, you're on the right path, and he got you in his palm of his hand. So
most definitely. And I would like to ask you a question real quick too. So this is a project that you have been wanting to do for a while now, and I know that you've done R&B, pop, and jazz is one of my other favorites besides gospel. So do you think that you'll stay on this with the gospel, or do you think maybe your next CD may be something else? Have you even ventured out that far?
You know, that's a great question. I think I want to do something that's going to merge some different genres.
Okay.
And that's kind of out the box because usually, you know, you got to have gospel, you got to have jazz, you got to have country, you got to have reggae, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's going to be all gospel, but the kind of melodies that I've been hearing now has been gospel. But I'm going through, you know, something too in my life, as we all are, right, on this journey. So I think what I'm hearing right now is more inspirational and gospel-centric, but, I mean, I love jazz, too. So, I mean, I'm not going to be doing, like, R&B and pop stuff. Like, I think I done grew out of that. But, yeah, I'm not going to say that jazz will, that I will never do jazz again. I'm sure that I will.
Okay.
But I know that I have a call on my life. and I know he ain't gonna let me go. So, you know,
pick up the phone.
And so that's but I'm just humbled that you got ministered to tonight, and that's been my prayer. You know.
Yeah,
so.
and it was a true blessing. You know, they say God sends angels all around us. They are earthly angels, and tonight you truly, and this is no joke or anything like that, folks. She truly was my earthly angel tonight to minister me vocally with those powerful words through song, which, you know, and I've said as many times, I've been singing since I was 4 years old. I don't do much of it anymore. I've been on stage since I was 4 years old, and you're truly blessed to have a platform as such as the 640 Evening Show, because we didn't have it back then. But just to be able to, to be on a show like this, and to never know who you're going to touch. You know, you're doing what God has called you to do.
Absolutely.
You know, whatever it is, He's called you to do this, and hey, you just made a sister's night.
Amen.
My sleep will be a little bit better tonight.
Bless God. Bless the Lord. Amen. That's awesome.
That's right.
That's awesome. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you, Robin. Appreciate
Thank you
that.
so much.
Guys,
Thank you.
I'm here, and I'm going to continue to watch wonderful shows so far. And Felice, I wish you all the best. All the best. Please don't stop doing what you're doing, sister.
Thank you so much, and neither should you. Amen.
All right.
You keep going forward too. Thank you, my sister.
All right. Love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Rob. And Felece, how can they go get the CD?
The CD is on all the digital platforms, or Spotify, Rhapsody. What's the other one? iPad, the iPhone cloud. Or you could also, iTunes. Right, I said iCloud. And CD Baby, actually. But you also can contact me, Felece.Whitfield at Verizon.net, and I will send you a CD as well.
That's Felece, Felece.
Yeah.
I kept putting two E's.
And
you caught me on the spelling. How can I misspell
people
gospel?
have messed up my name for years.
They
so
have?
Yeah. Felicita, Felicity.
And let me ask you a question. When I've been trying to get you on my show for a while, because I called you before. And we had this conversation. And you, every time I asked you, you'll say, but you'll start laughing. You thought it was funny?
I did. I didn't know what kind of show it was. I was like, or maybe I was just distracted and doing life and stuff. Family and work and stuff.
It's always the time for her to do everything.
This was the time.
Right.
So that's what I'm just amazed by, how years would go back. Yeah.
Glad to have you
here. I was glad to be here. I'm very glad to be here.
And do this mean if we are still on our same point, that means I'm not going to see you again for another 5 or 6, 7 years. So is that how we're going to do it?
No. So y'all going to have a cookout this year? Y'all going to okay.
Yeah.
All right. Charge.
Yeah.
That's right. Charge. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Cookout.
Let's talk about Ryder. Okay.
You still be in touch with Joy and
my sisters.
Okay.
Joy, Noel, absolutely.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I've been saying, look at them breaking bread with them, but what about me? They just forgot about me.
What happens with that?
Did
you not show up at the thing?
I don't know, man. I probably had the DJ or something.
Man, he got to work, man. He got to work.
I know. Put him to work.
Make him earn 2 plates.
But we appreciate you coming on Felece.
No, this has been wonderful. This has
got
been
a little
awesome.
something. It's not from Bag and Body Works, but thank you for coming on. We definitely do appreciate it.
Look at Jesus, I tell you. Oh, this is so nice. Thank you. Thanks, Uncle. Thanks, Unc. This is awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing too in the community. This is amazing.
Absolutely.
This is fantastic. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Felece Whitfield, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for that. And we're going to come back.
Good night, everybody. I always wanted to do that. From the 70s.
We're going to come back with my man Muse. T, you want to get with that and let them know what's going to come up next?
Yeah, we'll be right back with Michael Muse and David Lord Smith. Yeah, I don't have to hold on for a second, man, because something interesting is coming down the road, and it's being announced here on the 640 Evening Show for the most part. So hang in there with us for a little while. We're going to keep this music thing going, I think.
That's the producer there. Smitty, can you work with that, man? No, I know you got to be thinking about stuff going through your head.
I was out there listening to
okay.
her sing, and I was just formulating in my mind the possibilities of some
All right.
We want to talk
all
later. Hey,
right, all
only on the 640 Evening Show that you get hooked up like this. We'll be right back after these messages. We're going to hold. They won't chop that right there. We'll be right back, Ron. Hit us, Ron.
Because of you, my darling. Surely as the day is long, there's no way this love could ever be wrong. Growing strong. So won't you listen, girl, while I sing out the song. Here is my heart, here is my soul. Take what you want.
You're now in tune to the hottest internet radio show east side of the Potomac, the 640 Evening Show.
You do that voice without moving your lips.
I'm a ventriloquist.
Hey, you can't even say it. Spell it. We need an English teacher right now. Can I get an English teacher, please? All right, no, we come back later. Call us later. Miss Coffee, call me later. We need a history teacher first because we're going to get him straight. But for right now, we have Mr. Mike Muse.
Wow.
And David Smith here. Man, fellas, first of all, thank y'all for coming. Mm-hmm. Second, I know you guys are busy. Life is hitting us all. But, Mike, man, how you find this guy and then get another album out of this guy, man? This guy's got like, well, you got Babyface in your back pocket, don't you?
Man, I wish. Baby powder,
Baby powder. Oh, well, hey, whatever works for you. I'm just amazed, Mike. Thanks again for coming.
Absolutely, man.
The last time we had you on, we were in another studio.
Mm-hmm.
We are all progressing. Mm-hmm. And we're all making what it takes, making it do to what it takes to make it happen here. Mm-hmm. I was so excited to see that you had a second album coming out. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to give everybody the background a little bit before I.
Okay, cool.
For those that don't understand what's going on here, Mike Muse used to sing in a go-go band. That's where he started out, church and go-go band. All right.
Yep.
And I'm right behind you, but when I got to Dunbar, man, you were singing going to class.
Yeah, it was, man.
Man,
those ramps up
man, them ramps up. Hey, by the way, DC Public Schools, you put us in a prison, so you owe us a whole lot.
Wow.
You put us in a real live prison. I'm going to get you back later on. I'm going to vote somebody out somewhere. Secondly, when you hit that mezzanine, that voice was whoom.
Yeah, the acoustics were great.
The acoustics were great in that place.
I didn't have any money, so I had to find some way to get some attention. The Northwest cats, they were slick. They had the money. Little Southeast kid stole my whole wardrobe from Sunny Surplus. I didn't have any money, man.
No, but it was. I have to go back because that's my first memory of you. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, who is this guy walking around singing? Oh my God! And he sounds good. Is anybody? I'm thinking that maybe, hey, Barry Gordy's gonna come out and say, you're gonna get a contract. Wish. And I was like, man,
you had the Philly back then.
The what?
The Philly high top.
Oh no, of course.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you something. This dude, he starts singing to every girl on that floor. That's Michael singing. I'm like, who is this guy? And where is his voice coming from? I'm sitting in Miss Coffee's class in history, and I hear it. Boom! I'm like, whoa, who is this guy, man?
That was my favorite teacher.
Who is this guy?
One of them. Yeah.
So I fast forward now. Mm-hmm. We fast forward just a little bit to the time you first came on the show. Mm-hmm. We kind of used it as a dual project to let you get some things off your chest and allow you to highlight some things that were going on in your life.
Exactly.
I know that you're continuously working on a lot of the projects that you were on before, especially with your son.
Yeah.
But you also started something right after you left us. Mm-hmm. You were with a group of some kind. I mean,
some kind.
Some kind,
Well, I tell you like this. It was a few years. I want to say maybe 2 years after I did the show with you at first. Mm-hmm. I put the solo project out, which did pretty well hand to hand, because what I would do, I would sell the tangible CDs after every show. Of course, the stuff on the digital media, it goes slow, but needless to say, you still get an international audience with that as well. But unbeknownst to me, since my main genre of music is 70s and 80s, a little bit of 90s, I was doing a lot of Philly soul songs on my shows. Right. And I did a show at the Howard Theater back in January 2016. And maybe about 6 months after that, one of the Delphonics called me. A guy by the name of Johnny Johnson, who he's from D.C., but he was singing with the Delphonics for a minute. And he said, Mike, I got something good for you. He said, Stylistics need a new lead singer. Man, I almost fell on the floor, man.
Hey, man.
And he got me in touch with the manager, and we talked. Because the guy they had for 18 years, Eban Brown, who took Russell Tompkins Jr. place, he was leaving. So they needed somebody like right away. unbeknownst to me, they had been watching my videos on YouTube. Just
wow, that's what's up.
some of my musicians actually played with them. My man Keith Busey, he was actually their music director for years. A bass player, former Pump Blenders.
Pump Blenders. I'm about to say give them a little prop right
Absolutely.
there.
The Busey clan is awesome. And then we got together and talked to the manager on the phone, and one of the members paid for a train ticket for me to come up to Philly so they could meet me in person and sing a few songs, which I did. And I left there that day feeling like I blew it, because once they let me hear it back, it didn't sound like I thought it should sound, like it felt coming out.
Okay.
So I went home and I prayed on it, and then 2 days later they called me and said, "You got the spot." Yeah, and that was my first show. Ironically, I debuted with them right here in D.C., my hometown, at Constitution Hall last February.
Wow.
And did about 6 months with them. There was a break in between March when we did the Chicago Theater, and we didn't go back out until, I want to say, late June, St. Louis, and then we flew to Japan and did a 10-day tour. And then we flew to Brooks, California. Did 2 shows at the casino, and this where it gets funny. The first show at Brooks, California, a lady from a music magazine came back and interviewed me. She thought I was Russell Tompkins' second coming. He said, "Get into him. He sounds just like him. Y'all lucky to have him." The very next night, they fired me.
What?
Yep. The music industry is a dog-eat-dog world.
What?
And that's fine.
They I'm getting too much or something?
You know what? The reason that they gave me wasn't a true. Wasn't match what was really going on. From what I understand, this is I put 2 and 2 together. The guy that they picked up, apparently, that's who they wanted. For whatever reason, he wasn't ready, so they took time to get him ready, and then gave me the axe.
Okay.
So it is what it is. Needless to say, I was devastated for a good 2-3 weeks. But
did that interview get printed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, some of it did. Some of that show from the casino in Brooks, California, you can find on YouTube. And you can hear the people screaming when I came in with the part on "You Make Me Feel Brand New," and some lady in the
I saw that on your page.
"I want to meet you," and all of this. I'm like, and then you fired me the next night. So, I mean, obviously it was already played.
Outrageous, yeah.
But, stranger things have happened in music.
You know what's funny, man? It was just weird that's funny, but it's not funny. Is that why they couldn't just give you the true line and stuff like that? I'm quite sure you
I was still taking the gig anyway.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
We're going to be here for a minute, but we got somebody else. We want you
Yeah.
Come on in and sing with us for a while.
Exactly. It would have been an honor.
Was it a great experience?
Absolutely. Man, Japan is just like, I mean, I've been to other countries when I was in the military, but Japan is just like, the people are so cordial. Yeah. They treat you like royalty over there, and everything's so clean. It's so clean in Japan, they don't have trash cans on the sidewalk because nobody litters.
He said Japan.
Japan. Konnichiwa.
And they love Michael Muse in Japan. Yeah. I'm still getting, Facebook messages and stuff from the fans I picked up in Japan.
Well, we got some folks that actually check the show out from all over, since we're an internet television show. So we get an opportunity to see people, and we get information, and we also get people saying, "Hey, we like this, we like that." If they don't see it on the live, and of course they go straight to YouTube, and they check out things, and we get compliments and stuff 3-4 weeks later about shows that have been posted.
Right.
So I'm hoping that you guys know who you're looking at and pay attention, and make sure you say hello to him. Or if you want to call, 240-719-2560.
240-719-2560. We got to get a sign or something, or maybe we can just have that posted across the screen or something, because they be saying sometimes we say the number too fast or something like that.
240-719-2560. How was that, Ron? Was that good?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I'll post it on mine. Don't worry about it. But it's just wonderful to have you back, man.
Yeah.
We've been trying to come. When can we bring them back? We were trying to find the right time. And of course, I'm looking through my Facebook and I'm like, hold up. He's got an album coming out. David Lord. Hold on. Hey, man, yeah, we doing this, man. We going to do it right. We going to get this done. I'm like, man, Smitty, we need him on. Before I can even say, let me call him up. Hey, 640, we need to get you on. You need to get him on the show. I'm like, oh, don't worry about that at all. I'm going to call Michael right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hey, man, how did you run into Mr. Smith here?
It's funny, man, because Smitty and I were supposed to start working a long time ago, even before the stylistics thing happened. And I'll take the entire blame for it, you know, just getting caught up in the day-to-day and trying to stay above water with your bills and everything, and always doing stuff as an advocate to try to find my son and everything. The time just flew past. But I first personally met Smitty when I put his alarm system in. What I was doing
in my house, he came
in
to
his
my
house.
And put my alarm system.
The new spot.
The DC area is a wild place, man.
In Fort Washington.
Okay.
That's right, Fort Washington.
This is a wild place. DC, you got 4 or 5 jobs. Everybody got 4 or 5. We all Jamaican.
Yeah, man. Y'all man. Yeah, I was in the alarm industry, telecommunications for over 20 years, from ADT, 10 years with Verizon, Rollins Alarms, Ackerman. That's when I met him. I was doing Ackerman.
Right.
And you know, he told me about his years with Trouble Funk and everything. And I probably have seen him in various places over the years, but you know, when you're on stage, you see thousands of people. You can't remember everybody. But, you know, he told me what he was doing and actually sent me a track before I got with the stylistics that I was supposed to have put some words to a long time ago. And once the stylistics thing came, my whole life changed. That was my number one thing for attention. But you know, what they did, they woke up a sleeping giant. And as soon as my life changed back to normal, I said, let me call Smitty. We're going to show the world, you know, what I can do with or without that. You know?
And it's funny how we linked up because, I mean, just the timing was right because, like, Mike is a few years older than me. But from where I grew up, at, I could look out my kitchen door and see Cherries. So I was a fixture in the 80s at Cherries, right? So, you know, you go see Essence and you see Mike up there singing a song, shaking his tambourine, doing his thing. So, of course, any young, you know, I'm 14, 15, 16 years old, you know, you idolize the guys from Essence. So to get the opportunity to finally meet the guys and work with the guys and, you know, because they local celebrities, they don't realize, a lot of those guys in these bands don't realize the power they had over the younger guys who couldn't play, who wasn't in bands like that.
I'm going to mention somebody. Hey, Bear, man, you actually are a celebrity. And when people come up to you, man, just stop opening up so much, man. You ain't got to tell everybody everything. You good, man. You ain't got to do it. You like, man, I'm doing this, man. I'm so tired. Man, I got to get in this car. Hey, Bear, you ain't got to explain nothing to nobody. I'm just fucking. Because Sugar Bear will sit there and talk to you.
And Sugar Bear's a real dude.
He's a real dude. I'm saying, man, don't stop being real with that guy, man. He's
regular people.
My nephew was on tour with Atlantic Records, and they were doing the Black College Tour. So I went on a couple of tour dates with him. So we go down Shaw University, EU doing the butt. So I see Juju and Sugar Bear and all the guys, and we chop it up a little bit. And like, I'm gonna keep it real. Some of these local celebrities are assholes. They just get so filled with themselves. But some of them are just like cool, down to earth dudes, and Sugar Bear is just one of them. I mean, you can run a Sugar Bear in the supermarket. Y'all have a 30-minute conversation.
He talked about remember when I did that show at Coolidge and you did so. I'm like, oh no, don't talk about that. Don't let nobody know about that, man. But you did it. You did it. You know, he just remembers people, just like you, Mike, like Smitty. You know, that's the reason why we have you guys back on, and that's the reason why I was so happy to see you guys do a collaboration together in terms of your talents.
But I caught him at a right time because he was you know, coming off the stylistics thing, right? So, you know, we hooked up and we talked and we was like, you know what? Hell with the stylistics. You know, I got all this equipment here. I got a team of producers here. I got one of the best engineers in the city here. We gonna make it happen. But also, I'm leery of how the business is. So I said, if we're gonna do this, we gotta do it right.
Right.
And our litmus test is our children. The children have to like the song.
He saw that right.
Grown children.
Because when you did your thing in the 80s and early 90s,
they don't believe
you don't want to be, but you don't want to sound dated. You have to really
upgrade.
So, you know, one of the things that I do is, before I pull out a track, I play it for my kids.
What do you
Daughter
think about
14, daughter 18,
Oh.
and my son 25. So
You got a panel.
they like, no, Dad, no. Oh, yeah, that's good. We'll listen to this. We'll listen to this. And then we collaborate. And one of the things that I really enjoy about working with Mike is he is a local celebrity.
Yes.
And he has a tremendous resume. But when we're in that studio, he is the easiest guy to work with. Because my friends ask me, what's he like? Man, he probably arrogant. He probably don't listen. He probably want to do things his own way. And I'm like, nah, man, he listen, man. Like, if I tell him, no, man, you got to hit this note, or you can't do this, or you can't do that. And he rolled in, like, the team that we have, the way that we've bonded, the way that we write the songs, because we listen to the tracks. He'll go home and write. My son will write. I write. Then we get back together. Okay, this ain't going to work. This going to work. This going to work. This ain't going to work. And we just put it together, and we just build a song, and it worked with the first song, it worked with the second song, and now we rolling.
One of the when you had mentioned that about the we're letting the kids listen to the song, that kind of reminded me about a young guy by the name of Barry Gordon when he used to have his executives and saying about. He said, man, if you guys was listening to this song, if you was down to your last dollar, would you buy this song or a sandwich? You know, that got determined if it passed or failed.
I learned that from seeing that movie because I have a personal quality control team.
Right.
So when a song is done, I send it to 10 people.
Right.
A go-go musician, just a person that likes music that I respect, a couple of DJs, and I let them hear it. And then I say, man, give me your response, because I can't make it good. If y'all tell me what I want to hear. Sometimes they be like, oh, that won't work. That's good. Other times, this ain't going to work. You got to change this. You got to change this. You got to change this. Because they got their fingers on the pulse of what people are listening to.
Right.
And, when doing Mike's project, we're very, very careful about the material that we use, the content, and we want to make sure that today's people will listen to it because he has his core fans.
Right.
But we got to get bigger.
Broaden it.
Yeah.
We got to get bigger.
You got to broaden it.
So, we hitting that age group,
so
25 to 60.
So Smith, what happens when Mike likes it and they said change this or change that, but Mike really likes it? Just pick you. You still go and change it? Would you still change it if that was the case?
There's been times, and again, there's never been any type of contention in the studio.
Right.
We sit down and we vote on it.
Right.
I'm like, well, this is the feedback that I got.
Right.
And then my son will be like, well, this is the feedback I got. Then Mike said, well, my son and daughter like this. So then we kind of figured out because we're not going to ever let one or two people change what we do.
That makes sense.
You see what I'm saying?
So,
but the tricky part of it is that we're walking a fine line.
Right.
Like Obama had to walk a fine line as president. And the reason what I mean when I say that, I'm 52 years old.
Right.
I can't come out here trying to sound like Chris Brown just to appease. That's phony.
Right.
Yeah.
So I got to find that sweet spot that will attract you and your daughter.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're not going to be doing no
real
dance steps that go along with this music.
Exactly.
Yeah,
My back ain't having that.
Right.
Well, let's stop for a second. We've got a couple tracks that we want to hear. We're gonna go ahead and play one right now, and after this we're gonna go to a break. And we're gonna come back, and then we're gonna talk a little bit more about what the album is really consisting of, and what you guys are doing. And let me ask this right now: is the album finished yet?
No.
Okay.
We're still in production.
So it's still in production.
I'm looking at maybe May at the latest. You think?
Yeah. We should be finished by.
I want everybody to know, hey, don't go get the album yet because it's not out.
So which
don't
one's
waste your time. But we're gonna play a
which
track
one's
right
Stranger?
now.
Strange Girl.
Strange Girl. Okay.
Mike, you go ahead and introduce your music.
A Strange Girl.
I'm Michael Muse.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after this.
All right.
disguise. She rearranged, completely changed before my eye. This is so strange, girl. Could she be? Can't figure you out, girl. A dream come true, driving me insane, girl. A mystery, driving me crazy, girl. She put me through, but alone. Strange girl, 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 stran
Right.
Hey, man. Now, Ron pulled that up. I asked Ron to pull that up.
My man,
so we
Ron.
can see it. I pulled it up, and I was like, I can't remember how to pull this one. I can't remember which one it is. And Ron pulled up the exact one I saw earlier today after we spoke.
Okay.
I'm going to say this, Mike. I've been watching you since I was like 12, 13 years old. And I actually got a chance to be in the same facility with you in 1982. Hey, man, you bring back so many good memories for so many people. Rare Essence fans, yes, this is Mike Muse. Those that don't
50 pounds heavier.
It's all right.
All of us are.
It's we all are, trust me. But it's so wonderful to see you here. And the fact that, you know, we were talking about this and having Smitty be a part of this, and now that this has actually come to fruition, hey, man, you guys hold for 1 second. Hey, this is the 640 Evening Show. What's going on, Carl?
I'm sorry.
I knew it was coming. Hey, Robin.
Oh, yeah, she was listening to that. Yeah, she was listening to that.
The same lady?
Yeah.
Yelling. and screaming and shouting. I said, I went from gospel feeling the spirit to back in the day. Did y'all do Children of the Night and Break Up to Make Up? Oh my God, Michael Muse. Awesome.
Thank you, dear.
I'm just, I don't even know what to say at this point. I'm just so excited about this whole night.
It took a lot for me not to call Robin all day today. I was gonna call you, Robin. I was like, no, I'm gonna let it simmer, let it flow. Let it flow with this one.
You gonna let me flow?
You go and do your thing, Robin. We got 2 minutes for you. Go ahead.
It has just been such a wonderful show, and I just thank God. I thank God for people like Felece. I thank God for people like you, Mike, and Smitty. Growing up in D.C., from Northeast D.C., and just enjoying the go-go scene and the go-go music and just loving it even at this young age of 54. But just to see you branching out and doing other things and sometimes even bringing back the old stuff that reminded us where we came from and reminded us what made us feel good. And I just appreciate so much your music and what you bring.
Well, thank you, dear.
What you bring to all of us. To all of us. You have not forgotten. You have not strayed away. You do what you do. Your voice is flawless. It's awesome. And I just called this to say thank you.
And I appreciate you, no doubt about it. I mean, when I hear things like that, it keeps me motivated because honestly, sometimes I don't feel like doing it. You know what I mean?
I can understand, yeah.
This thing called life, it'll throw some wrenches in your game, and you just gotta overcome them. And I think right now, with everything that's going on in my life, my music is what God gave me to keep me sane.
That's what's up.
So I thank him for that, and I thank him for people like you who appreciate it.
Yes, the music it's a beautiful. It's so universal and it speaks to all people and. Just continue to do what you do. I say this so often to everyone because, again, I just appreciate this type of platform that I didn't have when I was growing up. And you're fortunate even at 52 to be able to continue to do what you love to do.
Absolutely.
In spite of everything that you go through, just, keep music in your heart, in your life, and, and you will continue to make the rest of us feel wonderful. So
thank you, dear.
Again, thank you so much, fellas, and I look forward to that CD coming out.
We all are, Robin.
All right.
Thanks, Robin. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Have a blessed night.
You too.
All right, folks. We're gonna take a break, but I keep referencing go-go. We have 2 go-go legends here. But unfortunately, we don't do the go-go thing. We don't play go-go on the station, and we've been fighting with this for a while. But it is what it is. Why can't we play it? But if we did have go-go music, it would sound a little something like this.
Turn the Cub, good to see you, Flair. Yeah. Come on, Tanya. I'm gonna turn the music up and watch the floor get packed. People in the place, this is one. Is that how can I rock a party when music is soft? When you like it loud, pick yourself up on the phone, can't beat. I'll make sure you want to move your feet now. Time to hustle, here we go.
What the hell you got?
I said, time to hustle, here we go. Now the music ain't loud enough. The crowd ain't loud enough. Southside 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 ain't loud enough, y'all. Southside ain't loud enough.
Everybody with a cup to the floor, right now. Yeah, come on. Everybody I'm mixing everything, even brown and white liquor. Finished my Long Island, now I'm drinking a zombie. A zombie? How I'm getting home is beyond me. If it ain't a party, then it ain't my style. Everybody with a cup to the floor right now. Drink in their hand, Simple City keep a drink in their hand. Yeah, Minnesota keep a drink in their hand. Minnesota keep a drink in their hand. 37 keep a drink in their hand. 37 keep a drink in their hand. Cups in the air, cups in the air. Whole club rocking its hands in the air. If you ain't drinking, you can stand over there. The whole club back balcony to the stairs. What you drinking on? Tell me what you drinking on. When the club over, I ain't going home alone. Hit the bar and ask for a killer gal. Everybody with a cup to the floor, right now.
Hey. And listen here, this is how it goes. I see the lights, I see the party lights, the red and blue and the green. So everybody, come on this party down.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you. He gave me the little 30. He gave me the little 3 extra seconds that I needed to get my thing going right there. Getting old now, so the show to get. We'll talk later. Hey, look. Here with Mike Muse. Mike.
Yes, sir.
First of all, man, thank you again for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it.
640.
we gotta make sure that we get you back so that we can talk about this album.
Hey, Felece, what did you think about that? How'd you like that? Before we.
Oh, which one?
God,
I mean everything.
Mike Scott.
I mean,
it's nice. You like it?
Yeah.
And I know you can roll with rolling with the stylistic songs like that.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, I remember.
That's all that matters. They go Mike right there. That's the Mike I remember from Dunbar. The ladies like it. I don't care.
That's all that matters.
No, but I remember, seeing the go-go bands back in the day because I'm a Washingtonian and we used to live right across the street from the Howard Theater. So we would go
when it was falling apart.
When it was right after the riots, right, exactly. But yeah, so I'm just like, this is amazing. Cool. I remember I'm just good time.
So Mike, well, you guys have a tentative date to drop the album, right?
Yeah, we're looking at sometime in May, and just judging that by the pace that we're going now, one of the things I plan to do on the album is, like I said, I gotta find that sweet spot to satisfy my 40 and over, and my 30 and under.
Okay.
And one of the things I plan to do, I'm gonna put a remake of a Dionne Warwick song on there. I'm not gonna say which one right now, but I plan to sing it as an ode to Russell Tompkins Jr.
Man.
And if you don't know me, someone who hears it in Cleveland may think it's Russell Tompkins. That's what I plan to do.
Let them think what they want. Hey, Steve Harvey, give us a call, man.
Yeah, that's my mentor. That's my mentor. So
Yeah.
Right. And one thing we're working with Mike is we want him to still be Mike. Okay.
Right.
So we don't want to take away who he is.
Right.
We just gotta mold it so it can fit into today's today's music is played and sound and stuff like that. So, we're very careful. We're very, very critical when we're when we're in the studio and when we're creating and when we're building. But again, he's been wonderful to work with. I mean, he's been very easy to work with. We've gotten along famously. We've collaborated, and I mean, so I don't see any problems. And hopefully, what I like to do is drop one of the singles before the album comes out.
Absolutely. What was I thinking? Yeah, there you go. That's what producers are for.
I
think about the art, he thinks about the business.
We let you talk your talk, and then we let him talk, and it comes together, and see, y'all fitting together just like a hand in glove. So
and like the days of signing with the record labels are over.
That's true.
It ain't no let's go to Atlantic and let's go to
push this.
But if Sony wanted to offer me $250,000,
Sony.
So we gotta just We just got to get it out there.
Right.
So and,
Okay.
and like we're doing original music. Like one of the things that a lot of the local DJs say is we want original stuff. We want this. We want that. Right. So we're doing that and we're making sure that it fits in and it's comparable to everything that's out there, as good or better.
I'm impressed with the people that you choose to work with, Smitty. Mike, I'm impressed with the music, period, and the voice is intact. You take good care of your voice. Yeah. What I'm looking at right now is the fact that we have people who are professional people who do a professional job. You gotta understand, this is not just Mike decided to throw an album together because he used to sing with Essence and he got a voice, and Smitty got some equipment down in the basement. Hey, this is mastered work. You know, this is collaborations that are for real.
One thing that I haven't mentioned is my son, Deron. Yeah. He is incredible. I mean, you know, sometimes
shout out, hey, Deron, what's up, man? How you doing?
He's incredible. I mean, he just has an ear.
Yeah.
You know, he just has an ear. Some people are just gifted like that, like with 640, with the music and the mixes and the DJing. Yeah. He just has that gift. Like he could be playing some songs. I'm like, how did he come up with that combination?
When I was down in the studio with you guys, I had to take a seat. I had to take a half a step back, and I said, I'm gonna give him some more space to let him do his thing.
I just listened to him.
It's incredible, man.
At 52, I'm still learning.
Yeah.
You know, I've never carried an ego about learning. You know, we all grew up kind of cocky.
We're from here.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
but you know.
And he has a project coming out, and I'm gonna bring him back. He has a single that we're getting ready to drop. We're putting together his video, so we rolling with his stuff. He got like 2 or 3 more songs that he needs to do. But one of the songs that he's gonna do that I'm very, very excited about is I'm going to make him, and I'm going to make Michael Muse's daughter, Melana. Melana. They're going to do a duet.
Okay.
And we wrote this song called Own It. We wrote it for a female, and she didn't sing it. We wrote the song called Own It. It's about 2 young friends. They're the same age. They're like early 20s, same age, male and a female, and they're just friends. But they cross that line, and they just have that one night. So, I mean, and that song is going to be fire, and I'm very, very excited about that song, about that project. We got to...
I want a commitment that they're going to perform it on the 640 Evening Show, right on that stage.
You know what? I'm going to make that happen.
Make that happen, man.
I'm going to make that happen. They're going to be right up here.
Come on,
I'm
man.
going to make that happen.
Ron, we can accommodate that, can't we?
Yeah, Ron is in my ear. Ron said we got 60 seconds.
60 seconds? Can I give a plug?
Yeah, go ahead.
Got a big show coming up March 9th at the Carlisle in Alexandria. I will be doing a stylistics tribute along with Robert T., who does a wonderful Eddie Kendricks tribute, and a gentleman by the name of Six who will be doing Smokey Robinson.
Okay. What date is this?
March 9th at the Carlisle Club.
Virginia.
This is my first time playing the Carlisle.
Carlisle.
I like that spot.
That's a
It's
great
like old
spot.
Cotton Club. Or something. It's nice, real nice spot.
You know what?
So come on out.
What day is that?
March 9th is on a Saturday. Thank you, love.
What time?
Show doors open at 8.
I'll be there.
But go online, get your tickets. I'm so tired of folks. You selling tickets? You selling
No.
Get them online.
We're trying to make this. I want to see this, okay?
That's in the daytime, right?
No.
What time?
That'll be 8 o'clock in the morning.
No, I mean, because like I know Carlisle be sometimes they be having like shows like 3 o'clock, some matinees type things. Okay.
Unless the Carlisle's open at 8 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, they do it. Hey, you know how Virginia is, and we know Virginia got to, you know what I'm saying? You better walk a straight line when you go down to Virginia.
I still be sleeping at 8 o'clock.
They off sleep too.
And if they see us come up there parking, they be like, they be waiting for us to do something.
If you have the 640 look, we're all going to jail. Anyway, go ahead, man. Let's get out of here.
Hey, man. Hey, thanks. We want to thank Mike. We appreciate it, Smitty. And thank you, Felece, for coming up here on the show today. We definitely appreciate it.
Yes.
You know, Big T, we gotta wrap things up because we got another show that's right behind us. Everybody, remember, take it easy, take it slow. Don't forget I told you so. To the Heavenly Father and my mother above, may we all learn to live in peace and love. I said from the east to the west with a shout. Turn those problems over to the Lord, ladies and gentlemen, and He can work it out. I'm 640. That's Big T. Mike Muse. Got Smitty. We got Felece Whitfield that's been on the show tonight.
Hey.
And like the infamous would say, good night, y'all.
Please remember, we follow those that were ahead of us. We stand on their shoulders. Thank you, Petey Green, for everything that you've done. We out, baby. Go
Take me to the King. I don't have much to bring. My heart's torn in pieces. It's my offering. Take me to the King.
Truth is, I'm tired. Options are few. I'm trying to pray, but where are you? I'm all churched out, hurt and abused. I can't fake what's left to do. Come on. Truth is, I'm weak. No strength to fight, no tears to cry. Even if I tried, but still my soul refuses to die.